All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Singletary with his first carry of the game. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Throwing his Allen on 3rd, and he finds Tyler Croft. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
At their own 34-yard line.
Come on,
from the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
5. Let's see what you got. 36. Bravo. 49 the mic. 49 the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
49, check 49, check 49. Check the backer, check the backer. Topper. Look, squeeze. Look at me. Go. Be crippled.
They run the counter. Dobbins, and some room to roam now. 31 yards there, a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Hey, switch gears. Hey, seam 6. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Yo, go. Here I come. 58, boys, 58 to Mike.
Right back to him on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Hey, lock it. Now. Hey, wahoo.
Ito Smith, his first carry. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith, 41 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
We got to step it up. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Slam.
They finally do get him down, but we've got penalty flags on the field as well, and they might get 15 more out of this. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To the air, Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Down 80. Heavy on the edges.
On 3rd down, here's Peyton. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Let's get it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Tight left. 3 down. 80 weapons. Check out free. Hatchet. Hey, orbit. He's checking crowd. Hey, alert 3. Now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready to break. Mike's 49. Watch the flag. 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 Hey, Delta. Check 37. Check 37. Bang. 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 Bang.
Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Hurry.
On first down, Dobbins. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Check safety. General West. Go.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's coming. Double up. Smooth. Deuce. Hey.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up a lot, weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. In for the score, as they are now on the board here in the first half. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Yeah. Go on. Get it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, high 7. Hey, Sam off. Lee Griffin.
A first down carry for Smith. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Under 10. 10. Hey, watch it. Leo.
Now Ito Smith. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Set. 10-2 stop. Here we go, D. Slam. Watch twist. Recon, 132 fighter. Check. Hey, Haywood.
And that'll set him back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Shoot. Check. You draw Corkers.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Here we go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Allen hit. He lost the football. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 58, boys, 58.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Tight end to the right, boy, tight end to the right. Move. Hey, we got 3 down. Hey, Charlie. Right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Defense wins championships, baby. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Hit it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Let's go, man. Pick 6.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on.
He's got a man, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Watch the whip.
From the gun, it's Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Echo. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Get it.
They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. 49. Hey, check 24. Check 24. 6-6. Pull it high. Bravo. Mike's 49.
They'll look to throw here. Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 23. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Go. Hey, wahoo. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, man. Hey, go.
2nd and 11. big loss here as he's taken down. Ed Oliver able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Here we go. Check three.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice gain. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Round 80. Check three.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. Back now here on EA Sports, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
It takes 3. 218, chop it. No. Ball out. Jumper. Shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
After the penalty, it's Smith. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Kill. Turn up. Get it.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
We got 6 all day.
From 6 yards away. And the Falcons push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. This is brought in by Gibson. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game. Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, he'll let this go for the end zone. That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cole Beasley. 34 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Allen to throw once more. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready. And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, zoom. 49, check 49, check 49. Check the backer, check the backer.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And not much there. Maybe a yard up in the 24. I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now this time he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready, set. Hey, box drop. Now.
Back to throw. Able to shake him off. Carrying it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Here we go. Big ass.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Go. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all two.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Check 26, check 26. 49 is the mic, 49 is the mic. Hit it. Let's go. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
That's up. All the way, baby, yeah.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away.
Let's do this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So time runs out. It's a victory.